Alright everybody, Baron here, and welcome to a little game you may not have ever heard of called Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. This is what they've been working on right now. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? What are you thinking? Are you thinking Russian bear cavalry? Because I am thinking Russian bear cavalry. Oh my god. They knocked the driver off of it, but the bear kept going. They're two separate entities. Now we have them on elephants? Guys, we have war elephants. We can do like Rome versus Hannibal in Hannibal's war elephants as they, oh my god. You can do Alexander the Great in his wars in what, like India and Persia against the war elephants? Alright, now things are just getting silly. These guys, wait, this is like, it's a chicken fight. This is a chicken man, but like a chicken man that we've known him until Tabs came along and then showed us what a totally accurate chicken man was like. Look at those guys with those big broad axes, right? So, what is going on in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator? They're working on the Totally Accurate mounting system, a dynamic mounting system, which I'm guessing, based off this footage, means that the two units are separate. They're not actually together, which is great, right? So you see that guy getting knocked out, or the bear dog thing getting knocked out, doesn't kill them both. They both have their own lives, you know, I guess you could say. Now look at this, even after the war elephants die, the archers get down and shoot, and it's kind of funny how they take 2 arrows, and it's just like, look how derpy that is. Well, that guy actually took 2 arrows, so maybe like 3 arrows. Maybe they added up the health, right, to make him not. Ooh, look at that. That's the pirate faction right there. Those are the musketoons, or what are they called? Something. Basically the old world shotguns. We got the big axes, the bows and arrows. This is some pretty epic stuff. Now this one is called the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator Space Program. It has nothing to do with the mounting system, but as you can see, it is pretty amazing. This is basically more of these, oh my god, it looks like a space squid right there. Hey guys, space squids have been confirmed now. Haha. Oh my god. Okay, so the workshop, right? Workshop, unit modding. Look at this. The things you could do, like you could make rocket cars, you could probably make indirect gliders and planes and stuff like that. I love how, like, any idea, as long as the fundamentals are in the game, as long as like the core, what would you call it, programming is there, that allows us this kind of creative freedom, we can make anything we want. You could probably get those catapults with those rockets in this frame, you know, in this video here, and put 2 of them mounted to a mammoth, and you'd have a spaceship mammoth, like a plane that's a mammoth. Totally accurate, right? So this is called the improved mounting system. We have literally like war catapults with what, 5, 6 archers on the front of them? And they're going up against these guys with the great 2-handed axes. Yeah, it's 6 archers on the front. This basically, we're gonna be able to make siege towers. I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing siege towers for castle sieges, right? The guys, like, it'd be cool to see archers actually go after them. Okay, really? Now things are just getting a little ridiculous. In the best way possible. We have, we have the giant mammoths with the catapults with 5 to 6 archers mounted on them, basically showing, like, and not so, it's basically an Oliphant. You make the mammoth bigger, and you make it not a catapult, but you make it like a little tower, right? A little wooden tower, a little platform, just like the Haradrim used in Lord of the Rings. And you've got the Oliphants from Lord of the Rings, and you can rate the battles of Minas Tirith, you know, the Siege of Minas Tirith, and like the Battle of Pelennor Fields. Because you can make the Riders of Rohan easy. The hardest thing that you would have to make is, oh, I like the little sigils, by the way. I like the flags. I just kind of noticed that. There's a lot of, I'm hoping that we can customize even those, because then you could put anything you want. You could put the symbol of the Galactic Republic. You could put, you know, like the symbol of basically Rohan or Gondor, like shoot, Saruman, anybody. You could put your grandma's cookie recipes on that thing if you want it. If one was so inclined to give away them precious cookie recipes, you could do it. This is pretty incredible stuff. I mean, the possibilities, right? That's what the game's all about, is the possibilities. And what we're looking at right here is Will, does anyone have historical proof that this is not the ultimate medieval war strategy, which is basically using the mounting system, and they've got these giant shield guys on the bottom with archers chickening basically. I'm gonna call it chickening, right? Because when I was a kid and we were in the pool, we had chicken fights, right? Where my little brother was on my shoulders and we fought my 2 cousins, right? And it was good times, man. Chicken fights. This is chicken fights. We have chicken men. Now we have chicken men, and then we actually have chicken fighting men. So there's 3 kinds of chickens. Where are these spear throwers from? Are they from like that spear throwing? If you give them a shield and then a Roman sword, they're Roman, like they can throw the Roman pilum. See, I love this because we can do anything from like fantasy battles all the way to historical battles, right? So everything from like Alexander the Great and Caesar in Rome to freaking Star Wars and Game of Thrones and like Lord of the Rings and your grandma's cookie recipes. Like there's just so much that we could do here. It's absolutely incredible. So here's the beginning. Will says he's working on a doggo, right? To me, oh my god, that's a big herd of dogs. Those things are ravenous. So the Romans used war dogs, right? Didn't they, what were they, pit bulls, or not pit bulls, they were like Rottweilers, or the Romans used a certain style, a certain, what would you call it, a certain breed of dog as war dogs, and literally used them in battle. And then it evolved into the dynamic mounting system, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, why don't we just mount things on it, right? We kind of have the cavalrymen. So now what this means, oh my god, what I just realized, you're gonna be able to do this with horses, and you're gonna be able to have jousting tournaments. We could make custom knights. We could make like the Black Knight, and the knights who no longer say "nee," and like King Arthur, and just like the guy from Knight's Tale, rest in peace, and stuff like that. Like we could have jousting tournaments. We could have Game of Thrones jousting tournaments. You could have someone on a dog versus a guy on a horse, and they could joust with long posts and see who gets knocked off. I mean, that could be a cool mini game. That could be a cool minigame, Landfall. Alright, everybody, so now we're into the custom battles section. This one comes from Mr. Mox TV. This is the Farmer Rebellion. Do you remember when we played old school tabs and we did the original Farmer's Rebellion where we try to just use farmers and we try to use, man, you remember poachers? Oh my god, you guys remember poachers? Anyway, so let's start this battle up right. Alright, so in the red corner, these are the knights. One line of shieldmen of 30 units, a samurai master as the king, and 20 footmen as his royal god. Now he's out to dispatch this farmer's rebellion out here in the countryside in one of the realms that he claims dominion over. But these farmers are sick of getting paid diddly squats. They're tired of having 3 turnips as their monthly salary. They want to own the land. They want to be the king. So let's see if to be the king, you gotta kill the king, right? You gotta take the king. You either need to banish him, right? What was the thing that they always did? Banishment. It's like, you have been sent to another realm. We don't want to kill you, but if you stay here, we will, right? So let's see if this, look, this king, I tell you what, these farmers, I don't think they have what it takes. Look at that, oh my god. We've got a giant proper shield wall charging these archers. They should do enough to distract them. I think that if they didn't have to worry about these guys, they could probably put enough arrow fire. Oh, actually, the king is down. I think the rebellion might be successful, because as these guys get closer, they don't really have the hitting power. It depends. Oh, don't die. Wait, it's happening. And look, that guy's distracting them. There's a possibility. If none of these guys die, oh my god. Okay, so we're like, oh yeah, the king's got it easy. Oh wait, the farmers are gonna win. Oh, never mind. The farmers lost. Okay, let's see if we can't change up the formation. So what I did was 2 big mobs, right? Alright, what I'm thinking of doing is moving this contingent of archers over to the side. I still remember the first tabs video I ever played, and people were like, your strategies are dumb. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, for a conventional, like, Total War game, maybe, but not for tabs, man. This is, even though it's called Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, we all know that that ain't entirely true. And there was a thing called Friendly Fire, which was very, very much present in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And so I put my archers like on the wings and sometimes in the front to whittle down the enemy before my melee. And I just remember people going absolutely like they were incredulous. And I thought it was so funny because it's like, you guys are playing checkers and I'm out here playing chess. And it was good times, man. The old school tabs were the best. I still remember the first time I encountered the Chicken Man, and that thing blew my mind, and he was so hard to kill. And look at that. One slight change, and boom. we have a totally different result. I didn't add any units, and that's called a fundamental understanding of tabs. Because this is totally accurate battles. All right, so let's see. How are we gonna make this fun? What if I just make, here we go, what if I make Vikings? I'm gonna take these out. So instead of 20 and 30, I'm just gonna do 38 Vikings. All right, so we're gonna end at 39. And then I'm gonna do a second line around the king, maybe. All right, 39. 38 Vikings, so we combine the footmen and the shieldmen. And actually, you know what? They're probably not gonna do too well. The farmers are really good at, like, basically pinning the enemy down, which is kind of funny. For lack of proper phalanx pikemen that, you know, you'd see in a Macedonian army, we're basically, oh, look at those arrows hitting friends, man. Sorry, Billy Bob, what happened? Oh my God, Jerry, Sammy, Timothy Dalton. What? They need a champion. The Vikings need their own little. We're gonna disrupt these formations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, right now, I'd love to customize this unit and give him twin axes, and then maybe like a breastplate, right? Or wouldn't it be cool if you could customize their armor? Like I could put a greave here on his arm, and if an arrow hit it, like not at the right angle, or rather at the right angle, it would bounce off it. It could deflect. I would love to have deflection off of armor be a thing. I would love to have armor have properties. Now, I'm not saying this should come out for the release version of tabs, but it'd be a really cool update, right? Where the armor update could happen. Because I think updates are very, very good for games. For obvious reasons. I think that, like, we've waited a very, very long for tabs. I think do the things that you got. Look at that. That should actually help a lot. But I don't think it's going to be enough because farmers seem to be very, very good at taking out Vikings. Look at that. They basically, in some cases, they stop the... Oh my God, my Xbox just randomly turned on from when I was streaming Red Dead Redemption. Oh, that guy got his nether region sliced. Oh, wow. Samurai Master Billy Bob there just did a good job. Now, there's not enough Vikings, I don't think, to win. Well, it depends. Oh, that guy... Oh... That guy took 2 Vikings out. That one farmer took 2 Vikings out. Hold on, I need to unplug this thing. I got ghosts in my apartment. Ghosts. He was a ghost. What movie? Howdy ho, neighbor. You want some cream corn? Oh, shameful display. A death before dishonor. I mean, look at these guys. These guys look amazing. I want an armor update. We're like, so, here we go. Right, so armor can work as such. This guy's holding it like that. Arrow hits, sticks in. Now, if an arrow flies and hits off that, it could deflect and go shoo, and then right under the guy's arm in a very unprotected, invulnerable spot. That would be amazing. That would be a continuation of something that is very, very tabs. Physics-based combat. I propose that for a tabs update. This is just me daydreaming over here. Look at me, like a kid. Valtteri Wickstrom says, so much waiting for tabs, anyone else? And there was 161 votes on that. That's a lot. Now this is the Battle of Moscow. I swear, of all the World War II scenarios that you guys could suggest, this one is consistently suggested. We don't get D-Days nearly as much. We don't get, like, Pearl Harbor. We don't get anything else, but for some reason, we get the Battle of Moscow. I think it's because of the map, right? And that makes me think, once we have World War II units and we have map creation, my gosh, the World War II maps we can do are gonna be nuts. All right, so this is Lightning Lords, the Battle of Moscow. The red are the Russians, obviously, because they're red. Now, that little guy, the Hwacha, was the Katyusha rocket launcher. We got beamers. We got T-34 tanks. We got all kinds of stuff. We got MiG-3 fighter planes. We've got refugees, snipers, Siberian reinforcements, and the Bear Man himself as Commander Zhukov. Now, we have a lightsaber master for the Germans, and here he is as Guderian, who was a very, very renowned German strategist. I think I actually even read, like, a few pages of a book he wrote, and then I was like, alright, this stuff is very dense, you know, and I'd rather watch, you know, Lord of the Rings for the 12th time, because I'm smart like that. Heinz Guderian, he lost his lightsaber, but he don't care, man. The Krieg is not forlorn. The Germans needs the Lebensraum, Guderian. The Germans need a Lebensraum. 1, 2, 3. You undersea boot? Das Boot. Then the Russians like, what? Are these guys having too much of the schnapps? Or they'd be like, hello, Tavares, you have too much schnapps? What's his problem? Excuse me, sir. Oh, there we go. Guderian just took 2 musket balls to the face, but that is actually a German victory. Jerry Germans. All right, so I was originally tasked with 10 Hawachas, which I think is just excessive, but now I'm gonna do it. Because you know what? Why not? And I want to put them all in the same spot because it's gonna be funny. Also, I realized that I forgot some of the immigrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put them in and see if the Russians have a better chance here. So here's the, you can just imagine the Russian rockets going, hew, hew, hew. That's a terrible, it sounds like a retarded cat. My gosh, poor kitty. But yeah, like the rocket sound from Katyushas. You know what I'm talking about? My god, look at that. That would be impressive. Wait a minute, hold on. I wanna do that again. Do they appear different in Whoa! They appear different in slow motion than real motion. See, one of the things that I love about tabs is I can play it so many times and I'll see something completely new. Like, they'll fight in a different way. A result will happen in a totally different way. Sometimes it's like, do you see that? Tell me I'm not the only one to see it, man, or I really need to call it Ghostbusters. With the Xboxes turning on in and off, and then these things changing, man, my house is haunted. We got ghosts. The ghosts of toast. Toasty ghosts are here at the house. At the Baron Von apartment complex. City, Mesopotamia, Moscow. What are you doing back here?
Just playing totally accurate. I just want to go out there. I just think that if I do this like this, you know, that maybe that if I try hard enough, that I'll do good. I'm told my grandma who put the cookie recipe on the catapult on the olive front, she said, you know, little Timmy, that if you just keep trying and do the same thing over and over and fail, but expect different results, you're insane. And I think what she really meant to say was that I'm Darth Vader.
What is that guy talking about? I got googly eyes. I got Google eyes. I love this game. It's so derpy sometimes. It's so totally accurate sometimes, and so silly. So that's another thing that could be worked on in what you call post-patching, right? Is like pathfinding, where like, if you can't hit the target, there needs to be some kind of thought process mechanics going in that they'd be like, oh, maybe little Timmy grew up one day and he went from a little 7-year-old kid talking about grandma's cookie insanities, which really doesn't have much to do and really makes you wonder if he really is crazy, to maybe rotating around a giant rock that's blocking your arc of fire so that you may turn your attention on them Russians. And look at this, actually, we have an interesting scenario here where the Russians are doing much better, but since they don't have any melee units, I don't think, oh my god, they got him! Well, there you go! Alright guys, so this is probably one of the most original and unique and imaginative custom battle suggestions that we've had in quite a while. It comes in from Action Jack, and it's the Battle of Jakku from Star Wars. So the blue is the Empire, and here we go. So we're gonna talk through this, but I also want you guys to use your imagination on how we could actually make some of these things happen, assuming that we get, you know, a unit creator. So we've got 2 ballistas as the Super Star Destroyer, the Ravager. Now I'd imagine that you could basically just build a bigger ballista or like make it look different or something like that, and maybe have like mounted guys who are either neon pistols or musketmen, so they're shooting lasers all around like a capital ship would, right? Capital ship meaning like a big spaceship, Star Destroyer type, right? Now we've got these little guys, these thieves as TIE fighters, right? You could also make TIE fighters. We got cannons as regular Star Destroyers, and then here's the Rebel Alliance, right? So the Boxers are X-Wings, and remember how the Viking Headbutters are the fastest unit? These guys are representative as A-Wings, which are like one of the fastest Rebel Starfighters. So let's start this battle up right. Now the cool thing is we're gonna have the neon map, so what's gonna be really cool, oh look at the gravity guy, ooh, he just got burned, is we're gonna have these cubes going off, and they're gonna look like just giant explosions. And if we could customize the map, like what if you could customize the map to have an all black map with like maybe star looking things, right? Oh my gosh, this is actually kind of crazy right now. And then you just customize the units to make them look like little ships and little starfighters and ships. Oh, look at this neon guy fell down. Sir, you better aim right. Oh my god, he took out 2 units and then a ballista bolt went right through him. Okay. I don't know if it's possible, but I'd love, like, look at this. So right now it would just be all black, like the blackness of space. The black, dark emptiness of space. And you could have like little glowing dots. So the floor would almost look invisible in a way. And then you could have the things running around, but instead of like bipedal units, they could be like vehicles or something like that. Or maybe animals, I don't know. But I'm sure someone could come up with how to recreate that. Look at that. We just went from blue to red just like that. So here's the tie-breaking battle. Whoa. So I may be silly, but I just realized I can press spacebar to start a map. I've always pressed start manually. I don't think I've ever pressed spacebar. In this one, it kind of looks right now, due to the fact that the Star Destroyers over here on the right flank, well, they were, until we literally just came over here and 3 just got destroyed in half a second. And by that, I mean all of them. Holy crap! See? This is what I'm talking about. I've never seen this happen before in my life playing tabs, and I have played many a game of tabs. Is that guy came out of nowhere. So, look at the fire. What is happening? The guy got hit by a Y-Wing, which was the Rebel Bomber. Alright, here's another really cool and imaginative custom battle, and here's a unit that we haven't seen in a long time. I actually forgot he was in the game. I kid you not. Like, that is how long it's been since we've used him. The Dark Peasant. But while this was happening, while I was setting up this battle, which is brought to us by Cthulhu Worshipper, this is Cthulhu versus the world. Cthulhu here being the Chicken Man. I just thought about, what if this guy was as big as the Chicken Man, and instead of pooping out chicken men, he pooped out bearmen, or Viking berserkers, or headbutters, or anything. We're gonna be able to make that. Do you know how many insane units there's gonna be? Okay, so here we go. We've got the Cthulhu versus the world. We've got Trump and 2 M16s as Trump in the US military. We've got Hillary and 2 M16s as the Queen in British military. We've got 23 super peasants as nukes. We've got lots of farmers and peasants as civilians. Blue's team is 3 dark peasants as Cthulhu's tentacles. 1 chicken man as Cthulhu himself. A bear man as Iceland, who is on Cthulhu's side. Why is Iceland, the entire nation of Iceland, on Cthulhu's side? And then we've got 10 peasants as insane humans who are worshipping Cthulhu and joining his, like, cult. So here we go. The dark peasants versus the super peasants is pretty interesting. I think Cthulhu's gonna walk away with this one. But I'm not entirely sure. It really depends on if the super peasants can stop the dark peasants. I think I see all 3 dark peasants still swarming around. And there's so many chickens, it looks like Cthulhu will consume and destroy all living organisms on planet Earth. We're gonna be able to do Cthulhu Wars. Oh my god, the Chicken Man died. And then I think there's only 2 dark peasants left. Nope, never mind, there's 3. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that dark peasants, look at all these chickens that are really hard to beat. So anyway, guys, I want you to leave your custom battle suggestions in the comments below. Look at this. See all those chickens in the background? This is what tabs is all about. Flying chickens. I remember when the dark peasants came, look at that, and there's blue victory. Okay, so mankind needs a little bit of salvation, right? How do we do it? How do we do it? We need archers. And we need ninjas. Oh yeah, we're gonna need some ninjas. And I think maybe with that, and 1 Hawacha. Haha, because why not? I think we can take him down. So let's see, where did it... Oh, I was hoping that the Hawacha... Oh wait, 1 Hawacha round went in the dark peasant. And look at him. It got him in the arm, and look how many super peasants, supermen are going after him. Guys, the super pet, like, we're gonna be able to have, like, Marvel Avengers, man. It's gonna be really cool. Like, name your favorite lore, your favorite movie that there's battles in. Oh my god, look at them just chucking these guys. The sky is raining the forces of humanity against Cthulhu. Cthulhu! Isn't Cthulhu also in Rick and Morty? Right? Wasn't he teased like the big squid-faced looking guy? And I'm not talking about like, you know, the squid guy who's Admiral Akbar from Star Wars. We're talking about like squid mouth looking guy. Look at that! There's a farmer's pitchfork, and somehow the man He was reunited with his pitchfork. Farmer's life, 2018 to 2018. Rest in pepperonis, my friend. You done had a good day. Look at that. This guy's got arrows. Oh, he got knocked out. He got knocked out. Oh, wait. I wonder, I guess if they could push the Dark Peasant outside the map, that's a way to kill him, right? Oh my god. Look at him flying up there. This is nuts, man. I'm just thinking of like all the crazy units that we're gonna be able to make. Like, what if you made Superman, but he also had like 2 M16s in his hands? Like, it was Super Donald Trump. You could make Super Donald Trump, which is hilarious thought. You can make a Super Chicken Man. So while he's flying, he's pooping out chickens, right? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching another episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Leave your custom battle suggestions below, or Cthulhu's gonna eat your grandma's cookies and steal the recipe and give it to this guy, Billy Bob, crazy worshiper of Cthulhu, in his beautiful dark robe that's made of 100% pure cotton and human salty tears and fear. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Woo!